On the second anniversary of losing a child by miscarriage, I went to my bedroom closet, pulled out a shoebox-sized lavender memory box from the top shelf, and cradled it in my arm. I sat in a green floral chair across from the bed and held the box to my heart, and longing just filled my chest and rose up into my throat and came trickling out of my eyes, down my face. I took a deep breath, opened the box, pulled up tissue paper, and lifted up an infant baby onesie flannel pajamas piece. It was white, had little red teddy bears all over it. My sadness was mixed with excitement. 6 months before, my best friend Susan had asked me to be part of her team for the home birth of her second child. I wanted to give the onesie to the new baby. Actually, Susan had suggested that. She was with me when I went through my challenge. So I washed it carefully in Woolite, hand washed it, got it all dried. I wanted to be ready when the call came. I knew it was getting close. That very afternoon, I got the call. Susan was going into contractions anytime now. So I took the onesie, I wrapped it in new tissue paper, and I drove over to Susan's. It was pretty amazing when I got there to see her tribe of people gathered in the master bedroom around the birth tub that had been set up, the midwife and her husband, and we were all there. The energy was electric just being there. And her little 4-year-old, Nicole, soon to be a big sister, and we knew that the baby was going to be a little girl and it was going to be named Lizette. Nicole was great because once Susan, was time for her to get into the pool, and it was so touching to me to watch her husband stroking and massaging her back. She had a bikini top on, and the midwife and her husband and her primary team were all around her. And watching her work, a lot of you know about this and have watched it yourselves, watching how hard she had to work to get that baby to come out was just incredible. In fact, she made some sounds, and at one point I had my arm near her and she gripped my arm so tight, I felt she was gonna break my forearm. And she said some things that I wasn't sure a 5-year-old should be hearing, actually. Little Nicole was stroking the back of her head the whole time saying, "You got this, Mommy, you got this, Mommy." And apparently had been very well prepared for what to expect because she seemed less unsettled than I was watching Susan go through what she had to go through. It seemed like Susan's agony was at a crescendo, and I actually got worried something was wrong. And then next thing we knew, that baby popped up out of the water like a porpoise. Susan caught it. No one else had to help guide that baby to her tummy. That little girl, Lizette, just popped herself up. Susan caught her, she put her on her tummy, and the midwife put the blanket around her, and seeing that little infant, who even before being cleaned up was looking, laying on her mom's tummy, looking up at her mother, and it was nothing will ever match how every cell in my body was bursting with exhilaration watching that new being pop out of that water and then lay on her mama's tummy. After that, I got to be a godmother. I got to have Lizette come and spend the night with me. We're very close still. She's actually grown up now. Her life we predicted how her life would go by seeing how she came into the world, because she went after everything. She climbed mountains. She went on an archaeological adventure in an African country that we had never heard of. She did all these amazing things. This child just went for it. I didn't get my wish to be a birth mother. I did get my wish to be changed by helping a child become what they were capable of being. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.